A very warm welcome and a good evening here in Paderborn in Germany, EDLP, where we are sitting in the shelter for the rain. It's raining here, bad weather, low visibility, and we are going to fly the Learjet to Hannover, which should be also a low visibility approach, which is going to make everything much more fun. So, just quick brief the flight plan. We are taking off EDLP, Paderborn to Hannover EDDV. It's going to be a short flight of 23 minutes, block time 51 minutes, a little bit of fuel, 1,119 kilo. We'll just load the plane up with that, and we are filed for a level of 210. So that's what we are doing today. Watching the fuel. The fuel truck is already filling up the plane, and we might as well do it the quick way, like so. Fuel, kilo, and set that to 1,200 roughly, and then load that aircraft, load immediately, and then we'll go back and just deconnect the fuel service. There it is, perfect. All right, so that's what we are going to do today. Then why don't we just walk over to the plane now in the rain and just walk around the plane and just get everything ready. Paderborn EDLP, very nice airport, really nice, especially in the evening when everything is lit up. Try it out, it's just a beautiful airport. And also nice is, of course, the Learjet 35A, which is FlySimware, one of the best GA jets out there, and you can also hear the kids screaming around in the background. I hope you can relate to that. That's completely normal. I'm probably going to jump in here and just disturb everything. Anyway, so let's get this thing ready, this beautiful jet, and prepare the rest of the cockpit, and just quickly have a look at the flight plan on the charts when we are ready with the walk around. Perfect. Okay, let's get. So, all right. So we are departing Paderborn EDLP, and it's going to be the Warburg 1 Whiskey departure, taking us to the southwest for a bit, then left turn to Warburg VR, which is the transition to the en route portion. A short arrival to SAS, which is the Sarstedt VR, and from there we're going to pick up one of the ILSs of runway 27 right. Either it's going to be Zulu or Yankee. I will tip for Zulu, and I'll add that into Navigraph now. So we'll have a look at that later. So that's what we plan, and let's get this thing going. Pre-flight checklist. Using our CoPilot with SayIntentions and the new model Iris.
Pre-flight brief flight plan. Check fuel accordingly.
Checked.
Navigation lights on.
Nav lights are
Battery
on.
1 and 2 on.
Battery 1 and 2 is on.
Primary and secondary inverter on check DC and AC volts.
AC DC volts are all
Autopilot,
good.
radio altimeter, avionics master, emergency battery switch on.
Like so.
Anti-skids and stall warning on.
Both on.
Hydraulic pump switch on. Check pressure, then off.
We'll check the pressure there.
Uncaged gyro.
We'll do that.
Fuel computer on.
Pressure coming up.
Fuel counter press and verify.
Fuel computer is on, and we'll
Jet pumps on.
check for the jet pumps. This is
Standby pumps check off.
the standby pumps are off, jet pumps on.
Tank transfer switch off.
Tank transfer switch is off.
Cross-flow switch check
Cross
closed.
flow switches are closed, and the jets
Fuel
switch is
Jetson
off.
switch off.
Then the trims, of course.
Set trim to takeoff.
Set that to take off.
Power up yaw damper.
Power up the yaw damper in a bit, like now.
Landing gear switch check down.
Check down, 3 green.
Thrust levers cut off.
They are cut off.
Parking brake set.
It is set.
Emergency air pressure check.
We checked that before.
Left and right bleed air on.
On.
Warning light test switch test. Pre-flight checklist complete.
All good. So let's get the ATC here in Paderborn. Frequency 8 is 125730. And hope that something comes along. Hope that's the frequency. 80s is, that's the one we have. sometimes I'm not sure why. I usually have to just set a new flight and then it works. I'm not sure why. I just made a new flight before.
T Airport, Information
See?
Quebec.
Now it works.
1750 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 24. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Rain. Broken at 300. Overcast at 900.
300, so it's
Temperature
a low
8,
cloud.
dew point 8. QNH 1007.
107.
Transition
like
level
so.
70.
70.
Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Temporary tower operations may experience limited capabilities today. Advise on initial contact. You have Information Quebec.
We've got Quebec, and I think we'll
Paderborn Lipstadt Airport, Information Quebec.
pick up
1750 Zulu.
clearance
Arriving and
via
departing
ground.
runway
Yes.
24. Wind calm.
Paderborn ground, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima with Quebec. Request IFR clearance to Hannover, please.
Clearance on request, you're number 1.
Kids that just go nuts.
24 Alpha Lima, cleared to Hanover via the Warburg 1 Whiskey departure runway 24. Initial climb to flight level 060, departure on 125.225 squawk 1356.
Cleared to Hannover via the Warburg 1 Whiskey departure runway 24. Initial climb, flight level 060, departure 125.225 squawking 1356. November 24 Alpha Lima. 1356, altitude reporting and on.
24 Alpha Lima, read back correct.
Ground November 24 Alpha Lima, request engine start. Alright.
24 Alpha Lima, push and start approved. Face west.
Push and start approved, face west, November 24 Alpha Lima. Engine start checklist. And we will not push, we'll just start the engine, just go straight out and take
Engine
a right
start,
turn.
beacon light on.
Beacon light is on,
Parking brake set, thrust levers to idle.
that is all checked.
Cabin air off,
Cabin air off,
anti-ice off.
anti-ice is all off.
Start gen switch, start at min, 10% N, 2 thrust levers to idle, verify air ignition and starter engage. Lights eliminate A
10%.
at 4550% N, 2
Idle.
verify starter has disengages, verify
Fuel
AIR
flow.
ignition and starter engage.
We got
Lights
the
extinguish.
ITT temping up and then also the band 1 rotation. So, first one good, second one start, and 2 10%, there it is. Idle, fuel flow is there, pressure building up soon, we got ITT and 1 rotation, checked.
DC volts
Alrighty.
and amps, check generator output.
That is all good.
Pitot 1 and 2 on.
Pitot 1 and 2
De-icing systems
on.
as required.
Yes, we'll turn them on, just the heat.
Cabin air on.
That should be good. Cabin air will turn on.
Set pressurization.
22s, 24
Engine
is
start
okay.
checklist complete.
Alright, perfect. Ground November 24 Alpha Lima, ready to taxi. So where are we going today? 24 via
24 Alpha,
Alpha.
Lima, runway 24 taxi via Alpha Lima, Mike Alpha.
runway 24 via Alpha Lima Mike Alpha, November 24 Alpha Lima. Alpha Lima Mike Alpha. Okay. We'll do that. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi, steer lock button.
Much important, like
Recognition lights on.
so. Recognition lights are on.
Passenger signs on.
Passenger sides can come
Taxi
on.
light on.
Taxi lights are on. Alright, let's go.
Before taxi, checklist complete.
Let's go, guys. And we'll just cut through the sky as always. And we'll do as ground said. Lima, and then right turn. There's Lima, and then right turn over to runway 24. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff, flaps check takeoff.
Takeoff.
Trim check takeoff.
We set that before.
Anti-ice as required.
We set that before.
Pitot heat on.
It is on.
Windshield heat on.
We set that on as well before.
AIR ignition switches on.
Air ignition switches we turn
Left
on
and right stall
now.
warning on.
Those are on.
Yaw damper power on.
It is on.
Transponder check on and altitude.
On and altitude 1356.
Reverser switches arm.
They are on.
Set
now.
nav and alt.
And nav and alt.
Strobes and landing lights on.
We'll actually
Before
turn them
takeoff
on
checklist
now.
complete.
Okay. Cool. So, why don't we look at the departure real quick as we're taxiing along here. So it's going to be a straight out departure, then left turns. There's no altitude restriction. Go to Paderborn and from there on the road. Transition altitude is 5,000 as per the chart, so that's where we're going to change to standard pressure. We're supposed to contact Langen radar after takeoff, which is 125225. And probably going to get a handover from tower. But normally, in real life, you would contact Langen radar after takeoff yourself without
24 Alpha Lima, contact tower on 133.38, safe flight.
Tower 133380, November 24 Alpha Lima. Thank you, bye-bye. Paderborn Tower, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, holding short 24, ready for departure.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Paderborn Tower, not clear what you said. Say again.
Holding short, runway 24, ready for departure.
24 Alpha Lima, runway 24, winds 350 at 3, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24, cleared for takeoff, November 24 Alpha Lima. So it's going to be a rolling takeoff here, guys. We'll just reset our view.
Approaching runway 24.
Alright, let's go. Visibility is a catastrophe. But that's what makes this thing cool. Just love that. Takeoff power is
On
set.
runway 24 remaining. 6,700 feet.
VR, we'll rotate there. Bye bye Paderborn. Flaps up. And we are getting in the clouds here now, so we don't see anything anymore. So expecting that handover to departure, which was 125225. Let's set that 125225 like so. There it is. Watching the speed and the mist in the fog, not to be too fast there. We'll
24 Alpha Lima, contact Langen radar on 125.225.
Langen radar 125225, November 24 Alpha Lima. Thanks, bye. Langen radar, November 24 Alpha Lima, 3000, climbing 6000. Still in the clouds. Maybe we just pop out of the clouds soon.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Langen radar identified. Climb flight level 060 direct, Lima Papa 205.
Climb flight level 60 direct, Lima Papa 205, November 24 Alpha Lima. There it is. Not entirely, but almost. Speed mode, which doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Because I'm 6,000, of course, sorry. So we are 6,000 and we'll slow this thing up because we are below flight level 100. Things go quickly here. Taking that turn on the departure. Now wait for further climb. Getting up some clouds here. Just beautiful views here.
24 Alpha Lima, climb flight level 210.
Climb flight level 210, November 24 Alpha Lima. We pass transition altitude, so we go to standard pressure 1013. And 210 it is. Let's go. Beautiful Learjet. Okay, so it's going to be a quick flight, as I told you. So it's going to be a fast climb and a fast descent. Probably flight level 220 is much too high for this short flight, but what the heck. Some ice building up here, so we'll have to remedy that by setting windshield heat full power. Flight number 130, climbing up fast here. So what about the en route portion? So Varborg we are then on the arrival. We'll have a look at the arrival as we enter or close in there. So we have to be above 5,000, which we are, of course. Sorry guys. Then Umkuk, and from there to DB410 to SAS, which is SAS that VOR above 4,000, and then into the approach. Always watch the speed there because it's so fast, think over speed. Got an ATIS which we might listen on just in a bit. We might set that now and listen later. 136 575, like so. Then we have an airport television 183. We are picking up the, the Varborg 1 X-ray route, which takes us here, and nothing special about that, but the ATIS. I want to listen to that now.
24 Alpha Lima, cleared Warburg, 1 X-ray into Hannover. When you're ready to begin your descent, flight level 130.
Clear the Varborg 1 X-ray, arrival into Hannover, descent flight level 130, November 24 Alpha Lima. Yep, as I said guys, it's a quick climb but a quick descent there. So, Alt, VS, and we'll go down. We start with like 2000 negative, and we'll just watch the VNAV page in a bit, like so. So 130, we cleared the arrival and we got the out select, so that is all good. And we forgot to engage the yaw damper. Great stuff, guys. We're not in range of the ATIS as yet. See if there's another one on the waypoint info of Hannover EDDV. Frequencies ATIS 136575. I didn't flick it to active. There it is.
8. Transition level 70. Caution bird activity. Pavement repairs ongoing on the east ramp. Expect minor delays. Advise on initial contact. You have information
turn
Quebec.
left heading 005 vectors for the visual runway 9 ascent approach. Speed above 220 knots.
Shuttle flight level 070 left heading 005 vectors for the ILS runway 9C approach, November 2 for Lima. That is complete crap. We're not going to use that.
Contact Bremen radar on 119.9.
Okay, first 070. Bremen radar on 119.49 in November 2 Alpha Lima. So first, that was all very quick. Descend a little bit quicker there. And now we switch to radar to 119.49er. And that is the approach controller. And before we check in, we want to listen to the ATIS over.
You have information, Quebec.
We got Quebec, perfect. Bremer radar, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima descending to flight level 160 for 7000 with Quebec.
24 Alpha Lima, descend flight level 160, descend 7000.
Descend 7000, November 24 Alpha Lima. And Bremer radar, November 24 Alpha Lima, request runway 9er left for Paderborn. Paderborn, sorry, Hannover.
24 Alpha Lima, continue present heading and maintain 7000.
I'm present heading to 7000, November 24 Alpha Lima. That was so quick, so I forgot to turn left.
24 Alpha Lima, runway 09er left is available, but you are cleared for the visual runway 9er left approach into Hanover.
Okay, I'm cleared for the visual runway 9er left approach into Hanover. So we're gonna, of course, pick the ILS. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna take a visual approach in these conditions, which we're gonna listen to again.
NH1008. Transition level 70. Caution bird activity. Pavement repairs ongoing on the east ramp. Expect minor delays. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec. Hanover Airport. Information, Quebec. 1820 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 09er center, 09er right, 09er left. Wind 010 at 6. Visibility 10. Scattered at 600. Broken at 1300. Broken at 1700. Temperature 9er, dew point 9er. QNH 1008. Transition level 70. Caution bird activity. Pavement repairs ongoing on the east ramp. Expect minor delays. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Quebec.
Quebec.
Hanover Airport. Information, Quebec.
Quebec.
1820 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 09er center, 09er right, 09er left. Wind 010 at 6. Visibility 10. Scattered at 600. Broken at 1300. Broken at 1700. Temperature 9er, dew point 9er. QNH 1008. Transition level 70. Caution bird activity. Pavement repairs ongoing on the east ramp. Expect minor delays.
So that was really fast, everything. So we got 9 left, and we cleared for the visual approach. And this is a little bit weird because it gave us vectors and then it cleared us for the visual approach. So I'm gonna handle this as I would be cleared for the visual approach. But I'm gonna use ILS Zulu runway 9 left as I just programmed. ILS Zulu runway 2 left via Råberg. And this is the waypoint that I picked for that one. So we're going direct to Råberg now, like here, and then into 9 left. So we'll just brief that approach real quick. And before we do that, we'll just have a moment and just enjoy these beautiful views. 250 knots below 10,000, which we are. Visibility weather is not so bad here in Hanover. So again, we're here. We're flying to Råberg direct. Then a couple of waypoints over there, and then right turn into the final approach point, which is going to be Vatsim, and that's where we're going to pick up our glide slope at 3,000 at Vatsim. So we want to enter that in our VNAV page, like so. So Vatsim. 3000, VNAV, VNAV, and then we see here what we are required to do. So next one would be 3000 here. I'll set that now, but I'm not going to descend as yet until I reach roughly 1500 there, then I can start descent. So, okay. Again. My God, those views. This is crazy. Look at that. So 250 knots are still okay. So we're going to here, right turn, we have the frequency set. The localized frequency is 1083. We have that set down here. We have the course of 088. We'll set that now. Like so, 088. We are already on the approach controller, 119 and 490. He gave us clearance for a visual approach of runway 9 left. And the tower controller will be 120180. So we'll set that in standby. Uh, 120180, like so. Because we're going to be handed over there in a bit, I guess. Beautiful views, real quick. Don't have to descend as yet, because we are still far away. 250 knots. Yes, exactly. So then take a right turn into here, and we'll pick up the lights up at Desim at 3000, as I just said before. 3000 Desim, and this is the final approach point, not a fix. Fix is something we use for a non-precision approach, and this is a precision approach, and so it's called the final approach point. And down there to the minima, which is going to be today, category 1 for me, RVR of 550 meters, and a decision altitude of 366, which is 200 above the ground. And that is all already set here, so we don't have to do anything about that, which is all good. Okay. In case we go missed, it's going to be a straight ahead and left turn over to Nyborg VOR at how much? At 4000. Do we have any questions? I think that should be okay. So we're here, slow by slow. Closing into Hannover. Well, listen again to the ATIS.
Machine Quebec. Hanover Airport. Information Quebec. 1820 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 09er center, 09er right, 09er left. Wind 010 at 6. Visibility 10. Scattered at 600. Broken at 1300. Broken at 1700. Temperature 9er, dew point 9er. QNH 1008. Transition level 70. Caution bird activity. Pavement repairs ongoing on the east ramp, expect minor delays. Advise on initial contact, you have information Quebec. Hanover Airport, information Quebec.
So we have matched
1820.
the required vertical speed with what we're doing. In order for us to be at 3000 Desim, we could actually just go a little bit faster down, so we're not going to miss that glide path. So weather-wise, I think it is an IFR approach. I'm not sure what the heck he was meaning by visual approach here today. Oh, what the heck. Descent checklist.
Descent avionics frequency set.
They're set.
Anti-ice as required.
It is as required.
Windshield heat as required.
Still on.
Cabin altitude selector to field elevation. Passenger signs on.
They're on already.
Landing and recognition lights on.
They're all on because I never turned them off before.
Altimeter set local at transition level.
We did that before.
Descent checklist complete.
Okay. Try to respect those 250 knots. Happens really fast here when you descend. Where are we? We are here. So soon we're gonna have this right turn, pretty steep right turn, and at that moment he will hand us over to tower, which of frequency we have already set in standby. Is that correct? 120,180, yes. Doesn't say anything about tower, but what the hell. So, before landing checklist.
Before landing, reverser switches arm.
They're armed already.
AIR ignition switches on.
Still on.
Landing lights on.
They're on.
Passenger signs on.
They're on.
Anti-skid on.
And the skid is still on.
Flaps 8.
Flaps are 8.
Landing gear down in 3 green.
We'll wait a bit
Before landing, checklist complete.
before we do that. Oh. So visibility is not too good, guys. So localizer mode is already set. I activated. Light slope is there. Localizer there. And this is the line we are expecting to capture. So we'll take it a bit flatter, like so. It is armed. Landing gear down now. Localizer should come alive in a second, since we're almost there. 88 is the correct course. Yes, there it is, and we're captured. So localizer is captured. The glide slope hasn't come alive yet, but we should be handed over to tower now, actually. We'll see about that. So far so good. Overshot a bit there. Heading synchronized with our direction. Usually we should be handed over to the tower at this moment. There it is.
Hanover Tower on 120.18.
Hanover Tower 12018 November 24 Alpha Lima. Thanks, bye. Hanover Tower, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima on the ILS 9er left. So we got the glide slope captured as now.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Hanover Tower identified.
Flaps 20.
Alpha Lima, expect late landing clearance, runway 09er left.
Expect late landing clearance, November 24 Alpha Lima. Landing checklist.
Landing gear check down in 3 green.
Down 3 green.
Flaps full.
Flaps are full.
Yaw damper off.
Yaw damper is off.
Landing checklist complete.
Alright. Visibility is like 0, so much for the visual approach of runway 9er left. Watching the speed there, not to be too slow there. And we're expecting that late landing clearance. A little bit of wind from the left cross. When we landed, we try to take Lima, and we'll hold short there and wait for handover to the ground. And we might actually set that frequency now, ground 121.955. So, captured, everything's good, lights are on, 3 green, flaps full, we're ready. Just waiting for that clearance. Got the puppy lights as off now. Yep, good visual there.
24 Alpha Lima, runway 09 left, wind 010 at 6, cleared to land.
Runway 9 left, cleared to land, November 24 Alpha Lima. We got winds 010, so winds from here at 6. Okay, let's make this a good one. Just beautiful surroundings here in Hannover. Visibility is good, so it wasn't that bad after all, but visual, that was a little bit push it. Visual, not the appropriate way of approaching this runway today with these low level clouds. So we'll turn off the windshield heat so we can listen to the engines and everything a bit more.
Approaching runway 9 left.
Cool. All right. Wrong button. I wanted to do the autopilot one and I took the gear one. Never mind. Okay, let's try it. It is windier. It is actually windier. It is windy. It is absolutely windy. I'll slam this thing down in the runway. Welcome to Hannover, guys. Steer lock on.
24 Alpha Lima, welcome to Hanover. Contact ground on 121.955.
Ground on 121.955, November 24 Alpha Lima, bye bye. So, Hanover ground, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, request taxi to the gate. So we're here, and we'll see what it gives us today.
24 Alpha Lima, taxi to GA parking stand 502 via Lima, hold short of runway 09er center, then Lima 1 Alpha. Good day.
Taxi to GA stand 502 via Lima, hold short runway 09er center, then Lima 1 and Alpha, November 24 Alpha Lima. So,
24 Alpha Lima, hold short of runway 09er center, Cirrus on the runway.
yes, we're seeing that as we speak. So Lima, and then not sure where 502 is. Lima, Alpha. Not really sure where the stand is. Not here. Is it Lima Alpha? Lima 1 and then Alpha. Lima 1 is here. And Alpha is here, so
24 Alpha Lima, cross runway 09er center.
cross 09er center, November 24 Alpha Lima. So you know what, I'm just gonna go to the usual one, which is this one here, which is a proper GA, and that's about it.
Delta Charlie Yankee Hotel Bravo, ready to taxi.
Delta Charlie Yankee Hotel.
After landing,
runway 09er
checklist.
center, taxi via Tango 2, Mike Lima.
After landing, steer lock button on.
It is on.
Flaps up.
Flaps are up.
Spoilers retracted.
They're retracted.
Reverser switch is off.
I'll turn them off now.
Strobes off.
Strobes can't come off.
Recognition lights off.
They're off.
Landing lights to taxi.
Taxi.
AIR ignition switch is off.
They're off.
Pitot heat off.
It is off. So, taking that left turn here
Windshield
on
heat off.
mic. It is already off.
After landing, checklist complete.
Yes, guys, that was a little bit chaotic. It was a really fast turnover flight. I didn't have really time to go through the climb checklist, so it was just all on the top of climb and then top of descent. Just that was so fast. I wasn't even able to program the heading mode, turn left on heading for vectors of the ILF of the runway 09er because it was so fast. Could have been better, but I think it's okay overall. Still love the Learjet because it is really hands-on. And I love MS 2024, especially SU5. I have to say, SU5 for me works really well. Really well. Tried VR yesterday, was okay-ish. I wouldn't expect it more actually, but maybe later on another time we'll get better VR performance. So yes, I hope you enjoyed the flight and that you come along on the next one as well. I wish you a pleasant evening and have a good night. Bye bye.